one of the ongoing themes this season is find a way with you guys. It just kind of seems to keep going on. That's got to be a good thing, though, I would think, for you guys to they can still find a way.
Yeah, I mean, obviously all facets of our game haven't been there consistently. I don't think any team has it going that way all the time. It's very rare in a long year. So we're different parts of our game are really good. Different parts of our game we struggle. Last night, other than a couple of really good chances that they had, one was with a delayed penalty. There was a couple others. I thought we checked well. Didn't develop a lot of offense, but we checked well against a pretty high scoring team. So found a way to win it that way. And Corpy was good when he needed to be.
What do you think of Jack and Savvy after watching the?
I got to watch the video. No, I haven't finished watching the video yet.
You've touched on this a little bit through the years, but I think all teams across the league are having games where they're sort of lamenting the fact that there wasn't a ton of energy tonight. It was just kind of a strategy game. Yeah. Where in years past, on a dead night, a dead Tuesday, 5 minutes in, someone's fighting somebody, or someone's having a hit, and there's
don't hold your breath. It's not happening.
That's what I'm saying. There used to be an electricity that was brought in. Yeah. How do you guys get an emotional attachment to games now when they're just quiet? Some games.
Well, quiet. I think teams end up talk. I've never seen opposing teams talk to one another throughout a game more than this year. I don't think there is a
friendly talk.
And maybe it's from their NHLPA meetings in the summer or whatever they do and all that. Yeah, I can rail about it. I'd like to, but there's no sense of it because it's not going to change. In fact, I think it's going to get worse. I think the rules have changed the game, and I just think the whole demeanor, as far as the intensity of the one-on-one battle against another team and maybe a little bit of hate of that team is just not there consistently enough. It's not.
There's one guy that said you'd have a bad period and a guy would come in and destroy a stick, and now guys come in and watch film.
Not a chance. Not a chance has that happened. No. And I think as coaches we got to be careful too in how we handle ourselves because it's changed. It's changed, and where you hear you're not giving him confidence or he's too hard or it's supposed to be a man's game.
Right.
It's changed a little bit. And I don't see it getting better. I see it still going the other way. It's a faster game. I think there's a lot of excitement there. Yeah. I think it's a much more highly skilled game.
Right.
But as I've always said to you guys, I think the old school and the old way of playing, too much of that has been taken out of the game. And I think it starts with us that kind of run the game as far as some of the rule changes.
Yeah. When you were a coach, say, 10 years ago on that quiet Tuesday, whatever, did you have to say anything to your tough guys, your fighters, go make something happen?
I have never done that in my career because you've never had to because they know that's their job. They know that's how they make their living. And that was a big part of the game. It was there's no buildings you're afraid to go in now. There isn't. It's kind of vanilla that way. And I fought it for a couple of years and trying, but there's no sense of trying to win that battle because it's not going to happen. There's a lot of chatter on the ice there.
And you see guys lined up for what used to be a huge hit, and it's sort of a pull up and a.
Well, the thing is, I look at it this way, and in fact, I was coaching my team before the game last night, and I think our team needs to be more physical. I think our team needs to be able to take checks more too. I looked at. Edler runs over the last Vancouver game. Edler runs over Andy. Just a really good check.
Yeah.
And Brad thinks he has to go over there and do something about it, And Salaska wants to go do something about it. But that's what the league has become is if you get hit, your arms go up in the air, and then the guy that hits you, a clean, solid hit, has to look around because he may have to fight someone Someone's going to come in and try to just step in and push him around a little bit because there's not going to be a fight. So, I don't know how you got me on this here, but this Portsy, I agree with you, and I'm not upset anymore about it. I just think it's not. I don't think it's the true brand of hockey. I agree, and I love the youth of the league and the skill and the speed and all that. But we've lost the other part of it, and it's too bad because it's not coming back.
Lena was saying that he was scared to be on a fourth line because of all the shit that happened,
Yeah.
all the debris.
Well, back in the day, if you're up 5-1 with 12 minutes left in the game, you're saying, man, don't. The guys that know they're going to have to handle some of that, saying, shit, now I'm going to have to go through this here. For a team sending a message to that team for the next time they play. Games get out of hand. It gets a little. I mean, and I'm certainly not advocating some of the stuff early on, the benches clearing and all that, but good, solid hockey play and players policing themselves. It's gone, and that's too bad.
How do you know? How can you tell when your team's really into a game? Now, absent that sort of.
Yeah, I think the coach that's close to it can tell, but it's not at the same intensity it used to be. It isn't, and and that's what. Yeah, I'll leave it. Yeah, I have to be careful. Yeah, it's just, and I'm not. I want to make sure I'm not criticizing. It is what it is now. That's what it's turned to. And I think this all changed when we kept adding to that rule book, And I've always believed it's the players' game. They have to police themselves. And if we allowed them to police themselves, some of the stuff we're talking about, the gritty, hard stuff, would be there. Where's Jody? I mean, that's how Jody survived in this league. He wasn't there to score goals, and he wouldn't have been in the league if he didn't have that type of role. And he was good at it because he wasn't an idiot. Right. He just played the way you're supposed to play and knew when he needed to step in to police things. And it's too bad that's out of our game. And that's not a bad thing to say. It's not advocating idiocy in our hockey game. It's part of the foundation and fabric of the National Hockey League that is gone and will never come back.
Pitch was saying that they're all friends. They're all
Everybody
friends.
is.
And when you see two guys before in warm-ups talking, you go, oh, God, this is going to be bad. And now they're just
totally the other way. And probably 5 or 6 years ago, I'd fight it. I'd tell my team, you're not allowed to talk to a player and this and that. And I said, and then 5 minutes in the game, I see them gabbing away about what they did or an NHLPA meeting, whatever it may be, and it's gone. So I don't fight it anymore. So I think who loses, well, I better be quiet.
Is it that way in the playoffs? Or is it just more
I think in playoffs it's more business-like. You're playing the same team for 2 weeks. There's something at the end of the tunnel that they can see, and that's that Stanley Cup, and they don't want that team to get it from you and not allow you to move. You know, I think it's a different situation there, but still not what it used to be, even in playoffs, because our game's domesticated. It really has been civilized, and it starts with the rules. And I think it needs to be uncivilized a little bit, where you don't go over the line in being for injuries and stuff like that. But I think that was a big part of the National Hockey League that drew people. We're always trying to get new people into our game. I think we've lost people because of some of the stuff we've lost.
We've talked about the things that you didn't know about Panarin before he came over here.
Yeah.
One of them is maybe the temper he's got.
You see him last night?
Yeah.
I love that, and that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
You know, it's on my tape. I'm going to show it when I show video of this game. That's going to be on the tape. And you know, like I told him the other night when Edler ran over Andy, I said, don't go over there. I mean, what are you going to throw a left? Eds isn't going to fight anyway.
Right.
So I said, don't even bother with it. Take our hits. And I think that's a big part of becoming a better team is learning to take hits. But for our team, I think we have to be more physical in this second half. So maybe that'll draw a little bit more attention and bring some of this into play. But it'll never get to the level that it was before. And some of it was over the top. Let's admit it was over the top. I think we need to find a happy medium, but I don't think we will.
Is that something that they have to actively try to do, or are there some guys you feel like on this team that naturally have the?
Oh, there are some guys that are natural at it. I think when Doobie comes back in the lineup, I think he'll draw other people. We missed that terribly from Doobie. Before you even let him handle a puck, that's a big part of his game that draws a lot of our guys into it. But I still think there's onus on the other guys that it's not really a big part of their game. They need to be involved in rubbing people out and taking care of the blue when they're in that situation. I think that brings energy to the game. And I know it brings energy to this team. I think that's a point of emphasis in the second half. For us, I think we need to be more involved in that.
So there are a lot of teams that are going into Vegas as close to the game as they can because of this.
Not us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
You looked at that early on and said, let's go early.
Yes, this was yeah, we wanted to go early. I think when you start trying to treat your players like 10-year-olds and babysit them and don't allow them to go out and enjoy some of the cities they're in, you're going down the wrong road. I trust our team. We do want to get acclimated with the hour changes and stuff like that, and we want them to enjoy themselves too. It's a long year. We ask a lot out of them. I think we have an opportunity to let them see a different city, new in the league. You know, it's Vegas. I know that, but I trust our team, and I hope they have fun. But I hope they're ready to play when we drop the puck on Tuesday.
This sort of almost ties the two ideas together. The Philly flu used to be because you were scared to death to play. Yeah. Now the Vegas flu is.
Now we're all worried, are they in shape? Or are they taking care of themselves? You know me. I want them to go out.
Yeah.
I think playing guilty is a big part of being a really good player in the National Hockey League. We don't do that anymore. Heaven forbid. We have agents and their whole entourage making sure you drink that carrot juice and all this stuff there and this, that, there. And holy crap, you can't have a beer or something like that. That's going to dehydrate you. That's what's great about our game is let them have a little fun. Let us have some personality. And I think that's what's happened. We've taken a lot of personality out of the game.
Are you going out early for any reason? Is there any team function?
I'm sure there's going to be a team function, yeah. And it's a perfect time to have a team function, yeah.
It's an interesting schedule for you, right? Because you had the bye.
Yeah.
You have 5 days here between games.
Yeah.
And the All-Star break. Any advantage to that for you at all?
Well, for us now, obviously, with the injuries, it's helped us. We had not playing many games this month with all the guys out. It gives us a chance. We did a lot of work as far as checking and a little bit of conditioning today with the tempo of our practice and also a conditioning skate, which we very rarely have, a very small one, but we very rarely have in the middle of the year. So we're trying to use that time for just the days of like a mini camp.
Right.
We have tomorrow planned already for some other parts of our game, so it works out well that way. Because once we come back from the All-Star break, you look at our schedule, we're not going to be able to practice much at all. So we're going to try to use it to our benefit.
Does it bring back memories of, you had that kind of, you called it a mini camp last year. It was early,
Yes, we lost our
same
first 2 games. Yes.
Had that mini camp.
Yeah.
Hoping there's kind of a similar impact this
Yeah,
time?
I hope so. I mean, they were full of enthusiasm today. They practiced hard. They practiced quick. I thought they started off very shaky. The first couple minutes I could tell. And we just had to remind them that we're here to work. And I thought they dove into it, and I thought they practiced very well today.
How big of an advantage is it for you to have a guy like Panarin in that shootout? He's like 60% or something for his career.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's not guaranteed, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, and we have another one in Juice there now, who I led off with. Didn't score, but he's very good at it. I don't think too many goalies let in 2 on those things there. You get it quickly. I remember when the rule came in, you had your choice, who goes first, who goes second. A lot of teams, there was an analytic, I guess, that you'd go second. I like going first because you want to get a lead. Yeah. And I think we have, when we've lost Cam, I use Brett to go first the last time we did it, we get a lead. I know Brett likes going second. With Juice here, Juice will probably lead off. So hopefully, we're involved in all these close games. Yeah. We're finding our way there, and hopefully when we get into these situations, we go through the games, we have some people that are able to step up.
He likes to see what maybe the goalie is going to do or something.
You know what I think? I'm not sure. I don't even ask. I just think he just feels comfortable, and I think when he's going down there, I think he's just creative. I think it just comes to him. I don't think he's overthinking it. I just think he plays.
That's a new one last night, I think.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one there.
No, I've never seen that one before.
Yeah. So, but the greatest thing I thought that line didn't play well last night, but I loved seeing what he was doing when Heatherton, I think it was, took a run at him. Good honest hit. The kid, it's his first national league game. We loved him here when he came here, when he was with us here. Tried to run him over. Brett knew it, and they were going at it. That's hockey. You know, they called penalties, and there probably should have been some penalties called, but you just don't see enough of that. But you have a young kid who wants to stay in a lineup, you get a little juice in it, you know. So
And Panarin's not going to take it.
no, and I, like I told him, I said when he started doing the stuff with Edler, I said, don't even start that. I mean, we will handle our own business. But I loved his intensity there. That he wasn't. It was two guys that weren't going to give an inch, and probably rightfully so. They both go to the box.